Hi guys. So we're back again. Why are you smiling?
I thought you were going to miss your cue, so I was waiting.
No, it's ingrained. The moment I got, my brain just told me this is it, man.
20 years doesn't mean anything for you.
It does not for this one.
All right, that's
you
good.
know, but yeah.
Hi guys.
Yeah, I'm Jola as usual here with Ufuro.
Yeah, thank you. So
Don't
you
worry,
know what? After
do
you know what? After this long, after how long have we been doing this for? It feels like it's been a year now or something. Is it up to a year?
Well, the whole thing now is a year, but because we missed a few months at the end of the
No,
year,
I'm just saying when we started the podcast, I'm not even trying.
We started in January last year.
You're finally pronouncing my name correctly after a year.
Like maybe I'm going to regress now that you've complimented me.
All right. Yes.
Guys. So yeah, for this we are going to be talking about Arcane, and we may be a bit late to the game talking about it, but who cares?
Who cares? You want to hear our opinion. You want to hear points. That's why you're here.
Exactly. So, but yeah, Arcane. By now, most people should have seen this because it generated like a lot of buzz. It's
huge buzz. Huge buzz. And for people that don't know what Arcane is, it's League of Legends Arcane. Let me just add that to the beginning so that you understand.
Yeah, it is. Yes. So yeah, it is League of Legends Arcane. So I guess it's like one small part of this whole big thing. And it's basically based on a video game, League of Legends game. Yeah. And this just, how would you even describe the basic plot of it?
The basic plot. How do I get into the basic plot? Because okay, I'm coming from a different angle.
From a different place. Okay, fair enough.
You go on.
Okay, go on.
I'm coming from a different angle because I played League of Legends when I was long time ago, but not a long time ago, but I played League of Legends when I was many years ago. And I played it and I used to play it. I used to play so League of Legends is a game. Let me put it like that. It's a game, but it's a PvP game. It's not. So it's like people versus people. That's what PvP means. So player versus player. I don't know. I'm not so sure. I just know PvP. I think it's player versus player. Sorry. So it's different because it's not like if you know your World of Warcraft or your other way you get into third person. It's not third person. It's more like a strategy in a sense, but it's not really because you're just controlling one character. And you're just playing and trying to capture the other people's base. And there are different other types of games. There's like, it's still at the end of the day, it's capturing a nexus. That's what it's called. So you get someone's base and take over. So all these characters where you get to know them because they all have lores, they all have stories and stuff like that. But that's what the game is basically. You kill minions, you get stronger and all of that. But it's not like a third person or a first person where you're like on the ground. You're seeing it from a map view, so you're not really it's not 3D per se. It's a weird kind of thing, but it was one of the games of its time that time because I think it was the only one that I've seen like that when it first came out, and it had such a huge buzz. It was one of the games that pushed for gaming sports back then because it was due to League of Legends that like a lot of people now got into this whole making money through the gaming scheme. Like they pushed, like it became There's even a whole documentary on it on Netflix of how of how the gaming industry like they had that boost because of League of Legends because people started playing League of Legends. People now started watching it, so it became a whole sport of like teams started being built. They even had this team, that team, this team, where they come sit down, they play together, and they started getting sponsors, until it now became a whole events thing where they will now, all the team, you compete like tournaments based to get to finals, and they travel to a location, like as if it's a football thing, to play versus each other, and there's fans watching the whole thing in the whole stadium, paying money to see. So it really, electronic sports, it really pushed for esports, and League of Legends was one of those pushers. So So yeah, but that was just a little bit backstory into League of Legends. But then so I'm coming from a different angle when I saw, because it's like they took those laws, and everybody that, if you don't know what a law is, if you played Mortal Kombat, if you played all these things, you hear the story of, oh, when you play the game, sometimes you might go to the end of the game, and then the character will show Scorpion, family murdered by this thing. So that lore, that backstory is about the person. So all these characters had a lore, and they were. So that's what a lore is. So it's like, it's that backstory of the character. Anyways, so when you click on the character in League of Legends, they tell you the story. So I know Kicklin's story, I know all of those. You just read, but it's a snippet. So now it's like they now took those laws and tried to develop them into a TV show, which is what we got as League of Legends. So now they are giving us a little bit of more a peek into more of the law. But I think obviously they segmented and changed a lot of things. It wasn't just about back to the law, but it gave us even a lot of the characters there. Jinx, I know her as Jinx. I didn't know her as the other name that her sister called her. What's her name? The red hair, I can't remember their names now. All of a sudden, my horrible names. Vi, know Vi very well. No, Vi. So all Caitlyn. Caitlyn is one of the characters I like to use. I don't even use Jinx. So Caitlyn is so good in the game, because when you've leveled up very well, you can kill anybody like quickly. It's so quick. She's so good at the guns. Then even what's his name? The guy with the long hammer, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, the scientist guy.
Yeah, the scientist guy, and a lot of people know how to use that. And that guy is annoying to fight in the game. So it's going into all these stories and seeing how they go to get their weapons, because Jinx is like that in the game. Like with the weapon she uses, Caitlyn has that long gun that she uses in the game, the sniper rifle, because she's a sniper. Jinx has those. I mean, no, not sorry. Was Vi has those hands, and he has that thing. So seeing how that was built was something that was very good for the fans. Though at the same time, because it's not like the law told us so much, so we're also seeing the story for the first time in a sense, because we see these characters.
Because this one will be more formed.
Yes, even and I love Echo as well. Echo is one of my in the game.
So you jumped straight into the character part. Carry on.
Sorry, yeah.
No, it's fine. Go on.
Echo was, I didn't even realize, but I didn't look at that because I was just talking. And Echo is one of, in the game, playing the game. I use Echo a lot, and that whole time thing, so good, because when you're playing in the game, you put that you cannot reverse time and then get stronger, and then your health to come back, and then you now use that, and now it's actually crazy. And if you time it very well, Echo is one of my faves in playing the game. And then Hemadinga, I don't use Hemadinga. I don't use Hemadinga to play, but Hemadinga is an annoying guy to play against. So it's one of those things that Hemadinga is so annoying to play against. If someone uses Hemadinga very well, you will just die, because they will just set you up for failure. He drops things, this thing moving around, and it's always in the game. They're always talking, because you hear, the name with that his small voice is the same in the game. So you just drop and move around, move back, and you just enter into the whole thing. And Jinx actually has those bombs he drops on the floor, and he's doing that much. It's all in the game. Yeah. So it was nice to see the development of those characters, though we've not seen some of the backstories, like Hemadinga's backstory and all of those things, which who knows whether they'll get into it in the next things that come out. But I don't think they thought they would do this well, but they really did. But yeah, continue. Sorry, let me not.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, you've covered this, right? I was gonna ask you who the main characters or actors are in the movie. So you've mentioned a few of them already.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a Victor. Or maybe you wouldn't necessarily cast him as main, but they were all kind of main, to be honest.
Yeah,
at the beginning, you would have thought it would only be the sisters. and the
No, it's
others will
not.
just be by the
No,
wayside. But
all
they
of them are
actually
main.
did a very good job of balancing it and telling
Yeah,
their stories. Like, so yeah,
all of
that
them are
was
main.
actually really
Yeah, it
good.
was very, very good. Very, very good. And some of the
But
characters that
who's
maybe yeah, go on. Some of the characters that
go
might
on.
be there, I don't know. I might not have used them before. So sometimes you might not know
Mm.
who if you miss somebody. But continue, sorry.
Yeah, no, I was gonna like ask you who your favorite and what character is or was.
I
I
think
would say from the show because I don't know the. Oh, you
yeah, I
can throw
think
in from the
no,
game.
no.
You're giving that game perspective,
I
so
think from
go for
Powder
it.
to Jinx was one of the best things, and even Vice development was also very, very good. I think from Powder to Jinx, like seeing that because I didn't know how it's powered at all. I didn't understand that backstory,
So
and
you said that wasn't in the game at all.
I've never really read her lore to know that was in
Okay.
the if to know if that was in the backstory, but to see Jinx develop from powder, the madness that came within was actually very, very interesting. Also,
Mm-hmm.
in the game, she's in the game when you pick her picture, her hair is that braided hair. She's holding the big bomb
The
like
big
that and on her
yeah.
side, and that's how she looks. So that's how I've always known her. But seeing her from powder, but then again, at the same time, it was one of those ones that she was I think she was crazy from when
The
she
jump.
before from the jump. So it's not about
It's
what
just
she
that
went through
this made it no, but this
because
sort of pushed her over the
yes,
line.
she was crazy from the jump, and I think yeah, I don't actually feel
Maybe
sorry for
she's
her. I don't feel sorry
yeah,
for. I
maybe I won't
think
use the word crazy. I think she's maybe more like if we're using it in realistic terms, it might be a bit like bipolar but extreme
yes, to the extreme. I
thinking.
think she craves
Or
attention.
maybe a bit
She
schizo.
craves the attention so much that she might do anything to get it.
Anything.
and
Anything.
and she at the same
But
time
can
she doesn't
you
want to blame herself for the
for things, yeah.
downfall of the things.
But the thing is, can you really blame someone like that when constantly everything you do somehow always makes things worse? Can you imagine how
No,
you
no,
feel
but
about
but no,
yourself?
no, but if you keep doing things that make things, why do you continue to do things? Why don't you just stop?
Because you okay, so you want to help, right? You want to help somebody, you want to help a
Yes.
situation, but somehow it just so you what you're saying is you should just not try to even help, just stay
No,
alone.
when
That's what you're saying.
Einstein said the what did he say? He said madness is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different
Again,
result. So I understand what you're saying, and I get that. Oh, you want to do better, you want to help, but every time you do better, it turns into a whole crazy thing. So
yeah.
at that point, just think to myself, if I keep doing this and I keep messing up, maybe I should just
But
stop.
she's a kid. Is she going to think about it that deeply?
No, she's not. So
She
I
barely
don't.
even understood the well, it seemed like she didn't even understand that she kept properly understand anyway. Like
Yeah,
she's kept coming from someone who's just a child.
yeah. No, no, she didn't understand. I think. Well, it is what it is the sense that these people's weaknesses was used against them, and what it's made them into a lot of these villains that we see in everything.
Yeah, true.
They were mixed up as children, or somebody used that weakness to develop them into this, and they can't not think out. They cannot think any other way. But yeah. But I think the other character development that I really enjoyed was Echo as well. I mean, because seeing Echo get to that level, that
Absolutely.
was another really, really good one,
Absolutely. You know,
especially
I
coming
felt
from the game level.
as a kid, I even thought that Aiko was a girl. I wasn't sure. I thought it was a girl, a
No,
young
no, no,
girl. So
okay.
when I saw the guy grown
You
up,
were
I'm
like,
like, oh, it's a
yeah.
guy. I wasn't sure. I actually thought it was a young girl before,
Then I
you
think
know.
for me, the worst, if I say the worst character that was developed in that thing, it's
Like
difficult
the whole
because
worst character
it's
from
difficult. Funny enough, thinking about it, really, really difficult. It's really difficult.
yeah, yeah,
Really
yeah.
difficult.
I'm not sure you could pick a
Yeah, I think I can pick one. What about favorite and worst scene?
so Okay, so
I
my
watch it with
favorite thing
different
are
eyes. I
actually
want to see I want to see what you thought. Yeah, because my eyes will not see what you see.
okay. Well, my favorite scene, and if I'm being specific to like a fight scene, even though it wasn't a lot of fighting, but one of my favorite scenes is definitely that Echo versus Jinx.
Oh, Jinx. Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
Honestly, the whole
I
thing, the
went
way they
back. I
animated it
went
and
back.
went back, the
I
music
act
playing,
I
every
went
scene.
back. That
Oh,
the
you
that
went back, not just
yeah.
him.
I went back when he went back to go back to see how he went back.
Yeah, it
Because
was really, really
oh,
cool.
and then
Really, really cool.
that rap part, just that rap.
Yes,
Oh my days! I want to watch it again. Just talking to you now, I just want
just
to go
talking.
back and
Yes,
just watch it again. That's the best scene in the game.
yeah.
No, I said the game in the TV show. That's the best scene because I think I did not know how they were going to do his going back in time thing because I didn't
Thing
understand what they were going to do, but. Oh, they know. See, I
was
can't lie. Yeah, they knocked it out of the park with the fight scenes in this game. That game in
absolutely
this TV show,
in this TV show.
they knocked it out of the absolute park. They killed it in every single thing they did.
Yeah,
Every fight, whenever Vi got into a fight, like she got into one of those fights, and she's such a puncher, just
I
going
liked
into
her
those
intro.
things.
Oh, but
Oh my,
yes, like she's
like
so
she's
spunky.
such
If
a
that's the word I
oh
use.
my days. Like you know what?
Yeah.
The fight scenes in see I think this is where they capture people like the animation is different. It's not like oh cartoonish. It's
Yes,
a different drawing. It's
it's
like that
not
kind of real 3D kind of not
kind
I
of.
don't know, kind of strong but not so cartoonish where you're that in that. To
Yes.
be honest, they stayed on the game because that's how they drew the game. So the characters,
Okay.
not playing the game, but the actual game, the actual characters on the pictures, the thumbnails of they look like that. So they kind of evolved that into actual movement. And I was like, first of all, hats off to them to do that because it'd have been easy to go into just a proper cartoon kind. I know I'm calling it cartoon, but proper animation kind of drawing.
Animation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and make it like soft, easy to work with. But that's a lot harder. I
Mm.
feel that's a lot harder to do. And they did it. I like the darkness and the light. The darkness in the slums, the light in the other side on the other
Mm.
city.
Mm-hmm.
You could see
Mm-hmm.
that difference. Like
Tilt over and
I
so
think
on.
built over. Yeah, you could see it like as if in the other side they don't have sun at all.
Yeah.
Or the other side they don't even
Yeah.
have night. You could see the
Yeah.
way it was like that whole switch, that whole difference. It was such a wonderful, wonderful
Yes. And even the fact that
TV
it's a
show.
bridge that you have to
It's
use
just a
to get
bridge.
between
And
both.
then just a bridge. So it makes it seem as if the other one is under and the other one is on top, but
It's
it's
on
not
top,
necessarily
yes.
like that. Then the last part, which is the thing that till today, one of the best soundtracks that a
Okay.
TV show has ever had. Like the soundtrack, the intro, every time I used to listen to the
Yes.
intro fully. I don't even used to skip the intro. Wake up in the turn, and I'm just like,
Yes.
dun, dun.
No, I absolutely agree with you. Like, honestly, upon binging, and I binged the whole thing, beginning to end, I started it, I binged it one Sunday. I binged the whole thing. After I went straight to the soundtrack on Apple Music, and I just kept listening and listening and listening. I still listen to it.
Till now, I say for me,
Amazing.
it's a gym, it's an actual workout track because
Oh,
I'm looking at and I'm just like everything, I like Imagine Dragons. I like so them even delivering on that, it was just like, oh, these guys have done it again. Like the
yeah.
whole thing it was well made. I have to give it to them.
Well made. Well made. Well made. Absolutely. Absolutely. I let me even just mention a part, right? So something. Even me, I was like, oh my gosh, that part where Jinx has taken Vi and her dad. I can't remember his name now. The mad guy, the
Well, not
villain,
necessarily like
basically.
that. Yeah.
No, well, he became a weird
father
dad.
figure.
Yes. And put them on that dinner table and set
Yeah,
all sorts of
yeah,
nonsense.
yeah.
Then when she had the big one with the cover, I was like, don't tell me this babe actually put the girlfriend, the love
Kathleen.
interest head.
Yeah.
Kathleen, yes. Put her head there. I wouldn't have been surprised if she did, because in many places they actually went more violent than I expected initially.
Yeah.
So when that scene was about to happen, I was like, she might have. But you, as a person that came from the game, you probably knew there's no way.
No way. No way.
But me, I
No
was
way.
like, no way.
You see, this is
she really? And then she now said, "Oh, I'm not that crazy," kind of thing. But yeah, even me, I was holding my breath there.
I mean, this is what makes it different from when you watch. This is what makes it different when you come with this backstory and you watch with fresh eyes. Like I had, when even Vi was reacting and saying, "Oh, don't," and in my head I'm like, "No, don't worry, there's nothing in there."
Like, well, that's for you. I like there's nothing, but because she's crazy, you literally can't. She's crazy. That girl is crazy. Like, and she's so unstable. Like, poor thing. I feel bad for her though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, she's unstable. She's proper unstable.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, awesome, man, awesome. So if you were to say what the possible theme or moral of the story is, what would you say?
No theme, man. You just say, I'm never going to put a theme to it because it's one of those things that you can't put a theme. Let me not lie to you. Yeah, League of Legends doesn't necessarily have a bad guy, good guy. It shouldn't. Like, I understand in this case, you can understand, you can try and put Jinx and her father figure as kind of bad. But then
kind
again,
of bad.
That's actually, but then again,
yeah.
If they go deeper more into the backstory of the father figure, you understand why they do what they do. If you go into the deep story of the Piltover and how they've oppressed the other side, you understand what. So what I'm trying to say is that even like you can't watch Arcane now with the kind of a mindset that there is one guy that, I mean, you can root for somebody that can be on someone's side, definitely, but you shouldn't watch it with the mindset that one person is bad, one is good, because there is no wrong. Because if you play the game, you realize that you use all the characters. So everyone is bad, everyone is good, depending on what angle you're coming from, and every law is linked to another. And when they start bringing, if they go into other stories, because I would say the world is so big, the League of Legends world is very, very big. So at the end, they started giving you glimpses of how big the world is. What do I mean by that? Her mother, that black, one of the
that came from a different
place. That is about to go to war with another different place, or is in war with another different place. So there are so many different things. So this spilled over. And this is just a tiny section, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, and there's so many different stories here, there. So they've just given you this snippet. They might not give, if they decide to develop, and they can forget all these guys and give you a whole different place. They cannot forget all those guys, give you a whole different place. Then they will now find a way of doing an Avengers matchup in the end, and just bring everything together and make one massive whole thing. But that's what I'm trying to say. So pinch of salt.
So let me even ask you one thing as well, real quick. You mentioned how they showed the mom trying to show you there's more out there. They had also shown at the very beginning, so where Jace is recalling what happened with his mom. Yeah. And you see that they were traveling obviously somewhere, and then they see a guy that looks like a mage with a staff and doing the whole thing. And then you can see ruins, magic. And then they get transported into a different place that looks bright and magical, and you just obviously don't know where that is. So that tells you obviously that there's something else.
There's so much.
And also in the memories that Heimerdinger keeps when he's like, "Oh, this has happened on my world." And you see something real quick, that something happened, disaster. So there's also something there. Right?
So much, and everyone comes from somewhere. So what I'm trying to say is that there are so many races in the game. So there are so many, maybe not races, maybe species, however you want to call it, race or species, I don't know. But there's so much in the game, and they come from different places that you're not even sure exactly what part of. That's what I'm trying to say. So what they've shown us here is just one side, a very tiny side of what the possibilities are. And they've not, there are different things, different types of. Oh yeah, no moral story. Just watch.
Fair enough. I was gonna say someone pointed it out, like made me think about it, and it makes complete sense. So obviously jinxes, and they've been saying you're a jinx. Everything you do just always messes things up.
Yeah.
And it's funny because right at the end, when she fires her rocket, they're actually about to give the dad, the surrogate dad, whatever, everything he wanted. He wanted them to have their independence.
Yeah.
And that's what they were just about to rule on. That yes, take your independence, do what you want, only for her to just blast the
jinx it.
Back.
She's jinxing it again.
Jinx it. And obviously, once she kills all the people that were about to vote it or whatever, it's disaster.
No, but then again,
even if they don't die, it's
then again.
From there.
No, but then again, the point of giving him the independence was that he has to give up Jinx. He decided not to give up Jinx. So is he the one that allowed her to go? No, because maybe he said he has told her, no, I will never give you up. So
yeah, he said that. But my point is still that they were going to vote that no problem.
They could have voted, but only when they get Jinx. So it's not like the independence.
Yeah, only when they get Jinx. No, I agree with what you're saying, but I'm just trying to say it was still going in the direction.
No. It's
only for her to now just start.
Definitely, no, definitely. She's someone you have to just hate because she's crazy.
I mean, yeah, it's sad.
Very
sad. Yeah. So who would you say this movie is for? Like the audience demographic or what?
I can't call it like for the older people because it's not. I don't know if they'll get it. I don't know if they. I mean older people. I mean the 60s, 70s, 50s. The 50s and the is quite. I don't think it's
50s is even manageable. If you say 60s and abroad,
I think 50s you might not even get it like that. Also, I think that it's not. I think that it's.
I think it's in your mind that 50 is as old as you think.
Okay, maybe it's not that bad. But then again, I think also maybe the demographic of like people not into games and anime might not also be part of it. I'm not trying to say no. You have to understand what I mean. I don't mean games like, oh, you're such a gamer, and I don't mean anime like you're such an anime person, or even into superhero stuff. I think if you can't touch on superhero like movies, you can't touch on games, you can't touch on anime, and anime not anime or animation. Sorry, let me not call it anime. Animations. It's difficult to watch because I don't think my wife will sit down and watch League of Legends Arcane.
Really? So you don't think, okay, so she may have that barrier when she first sees it, like, what? No. But if you force her to like...
Yeah, but that's the point. That's the point. Like, who's good? Like, even you that watched it, you when you watch, I'm not trying, you didn't know anything about League of Legends, or maybe didn't know much about Arcane.
Trailer
or you saw the trailer. That's what I'm trying to say. The trailer was your buy-in. So you saw the trailer, but because of the kind of backstory you have, as you saw the trailer, you got bought in already without anything. And what I'm trying to say, backstory, like you like all the other things that I mentioned previously.
Yeah.
But she would not see the trailer and get that buy-in because you understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah, not necessarily. So it's the kind of thing that at the same time, a lot of people would not see that trailer because it's not a lot of people that see like a fight scene. And I'm saying even in reality fight scene, I don't mean like a game one, I mean like in a movie fight scene, and be like, wow, I want to watch this because that fight scene is so sick. Not everybody thinks like that. There are people that are just not into movies and stuff of that nature, just like that. So it's kind of still, it's not a wide, I won't say it's a wide audience or wide demographic, just that I think they got more people than they would have wanted that they plan to. But I don't think, and I think it's just because some people maybe were, like you said, forced to continue, and they were like, "Oh, this is really good." So yeah,
this is fair enough. Okay, fair enough. So obviously I know the answer to this, but would you recommend it and why?
I recommend it so much that I went to go and download the League of Legends game on my phone now. So I have League of Legends mobile on my phone. And actually, he plays like the main one. He plays really well, like the old one I remembered it to be. So I'm like, yeah, look at it now. I have it on my phone now. So yeah, I even play sometimes.
Okay, cool. Yes,
Sorry,
of
that's
course,
the
I would
sound from it.
recommend it as well. Got you. Yeah, highly recommended for everybody. Self by Fire by Force.
Highly recommended.
And this helps give people the hope, that it is possible to knock it out of the park when you're transforming a game to a movie or
Very,
movie, live action movie, anything.
Very good point. Very good point. Very good point.
Okay. Well, last but not least, what's your rating?
I like to hear yours first for some reason.
Oh, you have to hear mine first.
But you know what? I give it I give it an 8.5 or a 9. It's actually that good for me.
So, okay. So for me, I struggle with giving anything 10 over 10. But when I'm trying to think of why it shouldn't be 10 over 10, I don't have a reason.
Yeah, there's no reason. The story the delivery was lovely. The story was lovely. Everything was really, really good. You can't even not.
So I don't have anything that is not making it 10 at this point. So at this point, yeah, I'm just.
No, we have to just no. Are you going to drop a 10? It's a hard thing.
I'm dropping my 10. Okay, 9.9.
I'll give it 9 over 10. I'll give it 9 over 10. I can't drop my 10. 9. Why I give it 9 over 10? Because I want to give them room to do better.
To do better.
To wow me some more. Make me go, wow, I'm going to give you 9.2 now. Then the next time I say, wow, 9.5.
9.3.
Next I'll now be the 9.55. I'm really drag that 10 out. But yeah, okay. Okay, so we're done. We've come to the end. First of all, we'll say check it out. Check it out. So I would say who the writers were picking characters. Now I'm going a little bit wider because if I pick characters, it would be a small pool to pick from. And I think me and Jola might end up picking the same person or maybe something around that. Like, so I'm going to make because I want people to actually do a little bit of research, check what I'm talking about. So yeah, we're picking characters from the TV show for people that have watched the TV show and from the game for people that have played the game. So yeah, I'm going to start first. My rider for this episode, it was a really difficult one for me because there are two characters that I have played the most out in League of Legends. The two characters I've played the most. Now, the second character, I'm not going to mention, I'll mention the second character, but I'll tell you my rider. So this first character that I played the most is Master Yi. I started my League of Legends career with Master Yi. Master Yi is a sword. You use a sword and like a long sword. Master Yi is a melee, so he doesn't do no range at all. But then again, Master Yi is the character that when he gets strong, it's difficult to kill him because he's so OP and he can heal himself. He doesn't have flashy moves like that, but the only move he has is the first move, which is flash. He zigzag and like cut you and go back to the first position where he started from or something like that. But all his other moves power him up. So because they have what they call special. So you see that thing that Jinx did at the end where she shot something, or that thing that Echo did where she shot that bazooka, or that thing that Echo did where he did the time jump.
The time, yeah.
It's what we call the R move because in the game your count is Q. You use QWER for the to click the move. Like those are the buttons. So the last move, the ultimate those are their ultimates, I think. I think Jinx's ultimate is that bazooka where she shot that thing. And Echo's ultimate is the jump from place, the time thing, I think, if I remember correctly. So Master Yi's ultimate is that he just makes himself much more powerful, like he's dealing more damage, everything like that. But the second character I used the most was Jin. Jin is a theater guy. So he has a mask. He looks like he's like into. It's like as if he acted in the theater because it's all about showmanship. It's such a thing. Like he does things like, oh, thank you for the, and he will do all these things like that. He's like, he wears this kind of mask that has that theaters looking kind of like acting something. You would get it when you see it. Okay. But I'm going to go with Jin because Jin was one of my favorite. His range, he shoots, but he's super like so good. So I'm going with Jin for my, and I like his look as well. So I'm going with Jin for my rider.
For your rider. Okay. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And obviously, this person is not at all in the show yet. So
no, not yet.
Yeah, giving us So it's nice you're giving us something out of it. Okay, well, I was a little torn between who to pick, but I decided to go with Echo for mine, just cause that scene was just too cool.
Too cool.
It was too cool to not even mention. Just too cool for me, and yeah, it was just too cool. Plus, the other thing, I like that expression that he tends to have, where it's like this. I don't want to call it like I don't even know how to describe it. He has this badass sort of expression on his face a lot of the time. But yeah, Echo is my own rider, basically.
That's great.
That's about it, guys.
Thank you guys once again for another lovely one. Check out League of Legends. Oh, sorry, not League of Legends. Well, check out League of Legends, the game, but also check out Arcane, which is the main thing we're talking about. So yeah, check it out. And yeah, we'd like to know your thoughts.
Yeah, highly rated, guys. See, I was giving it 9.999999999.
You're sounding German now. What 9999?
Oh wow, okay. Anyway, yeah, that's it, guys. Watch Arcane and subscribe, follow, all the usual stuff.